Hello and welcome into the North Penn High School turf field for some North Penn High School field hockey action between the North Penn Knights and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. For North Penn Television, I'm Jake Loberg. Alongside me, Eric Jesberger, bringing you all tonight's action between the Colonials and the Knights. Tonight is senior night here at the turf field. As you can hear in the background, we're announcing the seniors for the Colonials. And now we're going to turn over to the MC to hear the seniors for the North Penn Knights.
Coaching staff would like to thank the parents for raising such wonderful daughters and supporting the field hockey program over the past few years. The coaching staff is so proud of this group of seniors for representing the field hockey program with passion for the sport, dedication, commitment, and hard work. You are exceptional student athletes, and we are very proud of your accomplishments. Our first senior, Michaela Barrow. She is being escorted by Kelly and Doug Barrow and Papa. She is a 3-year letter winner. Her other activities include lacrosse, the Political Activism Club, and the Salsa Club. She plans on attending and playing field hockey at Appalachian State University. Michaela, I'm sorry I mispronounced that. Her favorite memory of the North Penn field hockey team is beating O&J Roberts our junior year with 44 seconds left in the game. Congratulations, Michaela. Our next senior is Lauren Fahey. She is being escorted by Carol and Sean Fahey. She is a 3-year letter winner. Her other activities at North Penn include the French Club and the National French Honor Society. She will hopefully be attending Westchester University and majoring in nutrition. Her favorite North Penn field hockey memory is beating CB East this season 4-3 in overtime. Good luck, Lauren. Our next senior, Rachel Fisher. Rachel is being escorted by Molly and Todd Fisher. Rachel is a 1-year letter winner. Her other activities include diving, French Club, and she's an officer for the National Honor Society. Her future plans are to attend Boston University, where she will be diving on their team, and she would like to study biochemistry. Her favorite field hockey memory is stepping back onto the field this season with my teammates for the first time after tearing my ACL last year. Congratulations, Rachel. Next senior is Anissa Gardisi. Anissa is escorted by Maria Gardisi, Gary Sender, and her twin sister, Ariana Gardisi. She's a 1-year letter winner. Anissa is editor-in-chief of the Night Crier. She is president of the Student Government Association, and she's also a career studies student for North Penn Television. She's the anchor for North Penn Television, and she also participates in track and field. She hopefully will be studying journalism at Emerson College. Her favorite field hockey memory at North Penn is the day the coach asked me if I wanted to be a goalie during tryouts when I was a freshman, trying out to be a forward. Congratulations, Anissa. Our next senior is Erica Kelly. Erica is being escorted by Laura, Kevin, and Owen Kelly. Erica is a 4-year letter winner for North Penn field hockey. She is a member of the Political Activism Club and the Salsa Club. She will be attending and playing field hockey at Fairfield University next year. Her favorite field hockey memory is being Morgan Rimmer's favorite memory on her senior night 2 years ago. Congratulations, Erica. Our next senior is Liv Lundquist. Liv is being escorted by Kim and Eric Lundquist and a special surprise, Ella. She's a one-year letter winner. She is the Vice President of the Key Club, National Honor Society, Link Crew, and also a member of the night crier. Her hopes are to attend college and become a pediatric nurse. And her favorite memory is being able to play field hockey with my best friends for the past 4 years. Congratulations, Liv. Our next senior is Bree O'Donnell. Bree is being escorted by Kim and Ken O'Donnell. She is a 4-year letter winner for the North Penn field hockey team. Her other activities include the lacrosse team, the Happiness Club, and the Table Tennis Club. Her future plans include attending and playing field hockey at Penn State University, majoring in health science to pursue a career in pediatric cancer. Her favorite field hockey memory is having the opportunity to play alongside my sister Casey during my freshman year. Congratulations, Bree. Our next senior is Diana Curry. Diana is being escorted by Linda and Doug Curry. She's a 1-year letter winner for the North Penn field hockey team. Her other activities include lacrosse, National Honor Society, Key Club, and the Link Crew. Her future plans are to attend college, and she would like to study healthcare administration. Her favorite thing about North Penn field hockey is getting to play field hockey with my best friends, who I will miss very much next year. Congratulations, Diana. Kelly Pickford is our next senior. Kelly is being escorted by a gaggle of people: Jean, Steve, Matt, and Beak Pickford. She is a 1-year letter winner. Her other activities include playing lacrosse and being a member of the Political Activism Club. She plans on attending and playing field hockey next year at Salisbury University. Her favorite field hockey memory is when Megan Daniels tripped herself with no one around her in the Hamburg Ocean field hockey game last year. Congratulations, Kelly. Our next senior is Morgan Reeds. She is being escorted by Tira and Tom Reeds. Morgan is a 2-year letter winner. Her other activities include the Ski and Board Club and also the Key Club. Next year, Morgan will be playing and, of course, attending Susquehanna University. Her favorite North Penn field hockey memory is beating CB East this season 4-3 in overtime. Congratulations, Morgan, and good luck. Our next senior is Julia Scanlon. Julia is being escorted by Joan and Tom Scanlon. She is a 2-year letter winner for North Penn field hockey. She is a member of several activities here at North Penn, including the Key Club, National Honor Spanish Society, the Link Crew, and FBLA. Her future plans include attending and playing field hockey at Catholic University, and she will be majoring in nursing. Her favorite memory is also beating CB East this season 4-3 in overtime and meeting some of my best friends. Good luck, Julia. Our next senior is Annie Sikorsky. Annie is being escorted by Katie and Joe Sikorsky. She is a one-year letter winner for field hockey. Her other activities at North Penn include the National Honor Society, the French Honor Society, and she's also captain of the Horseback Riding Club. Her future plans include attending college. Her favorite thing about North Penn field hockey is bonding and hanging out with the entire team. Congratulations, Annie. The coaching staff would truly miss the seniors because this group certainly has the family feel to it. We wish our seniors the best of luck in their future endeavors. You have made us very proud and your future is very bright. Congratulations to all the seniors and thank you to the parents of these wonderful young ladies. As the seniors are clearing the field, we'd like to give a special shout out to the North Penn Field Hockey campers that are in attendance tonight. We'd like to thank you for your support, and we cannot wait until you play on this field in just a few years. Tonight's game is being officiated by Jill Dole and Kathleen Logan. Our game ball crew for tonight are middle school players, Aaron O'Donnell, who happens to
So
be
as you
his
just
sister,
heard all the seniors being congratulated on senior night, we're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll be back shortly to start Knights versus Colonials.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Hello and welcome back into the North Penn High School turf field for Knights versus Colonials in field hockey action. North Penn comes in at 9-5-1 and ranked number 11 in their conference. Plymouth Whitemarsh at 15-1, ranked number 5. And remember, the top 24 teams make it into the playoffs, so both teams, as of right now, could see some playoff action. And we have a very good game in store tonight between Colonials and Knights. Let's go through our starting lineups. For North Penn, we have Bree O'Donnell, number 5. Number 7, Michaela Barrow. Number 8, Megan Daniels. Number 10, Emily Crawford. Number 16, Morgan Reese. Number 22, Kelly Pickford. 23, Julia Scanlon. 27, Rachel Fisher. 29, Lauren Fay. 33, Erica Kelly. And your goaltender, number 88, Anissa Gardizzi. And over for Plymouth Whitemarsh,
we have number 3, Sophia Kolka on defense. Number 4, Livia Chuhong. Number 6, Julia Fiddler. Number 11, Ava Borkowski. Number 12, Kennedy Reardon. Number 13, Jennifer Byrne. Number 17, Jess Dixon. Number 20, Sam Spera. Number 23, Michelle McGrath. Number 29, Megan DeCamo. And in goalkeeper, number 90, Catherine Hooten. And yes, as you said, great game tonight. Two teams definitely seeing playoff action. And the Knights looking to take down a very well-ranked Plymouth Whitemarsh.
and as we mentioned earlier, this is senior night, so let's just run through the seniors. A lot of them starting it tonight. Michaela Barrow, Lauren Fay, Anise Gardizzi, Bree O'Donnell, Morgan Reese, Julia Scanlon, Kelly Pickford, Erica Kelly, Annie Sikorsky, Liv Lundquist, Rachel Fisher, and Diana Perry. Those are the 12 seniors for North Penn tonight. And Bree O'Donnell, Erica Kelly, Julia Scanlon, those are your captains. for the Knights. The Knights field hockey team coming off a tough game last night where they end up in a tie. So they're looking to rebound here against Plymouth Whitemarsh and the Colonials. And they look to do as both teams get set and ready to begin, as we brought out a big crowd here at the turf field. Many parents supporting their seniors and their student athletes. Another big showing from the student section as well, as they always come out to support North Penn athletics.
Yes, a great amount of support. A lot of fathead posters, a lot of signs around the field, well decorated, and a lot of support for these North Penn field hockey players. Now you see taking the field, getting ready for some action. We also had the JV teams playing, coming off a great win, North Penn. They look for a varsity W as well tonight against Plymouth Whitemarsh.
And the stage is set. Both teams out on the field for Knights versus Colonials. And North Penn's going to start off O'Donnell. She's going to pass back to Scanlon. She's going to look to Reese on the far side. That's actually Pickford. Pickford passing back to Scanlon. She instead finds O'Donnell, but they're going to turn it over there as the Colonials take it away. It's going to be number 12 moving up the near sideline. Reardon should slam on the brakes. Now pass it up to the forward as they get around Daniels and taken right away by the Knights. She looks to move forward. That was Erica Kelly with a great takeaway. And North Penn's going to continue with possession. It's going to be number 8, Megan Daniels for the Knights. Passing up intended for Bear. Intercepted by the Colonials. They look to move the other way. And that was Reardon passing it up. Intercepted by Daniels. She loses it there. And the Colonials go the other way. It's Borkowski getting around Kelly. She now works to the inside. Sends a pass into on net. Hits the side of the net and bounces outside and out of bounds.
Great defense there on a well-attacked Plymouth Whitemarsh. And the Knights looking to send it back upfield here.
Borkowski really had the inside edge on Kelly. And she just fanned on the shot as she hit the outside of the net. So now North Penn will regroup and restart as Kelly passes over to Pickford. Along the far sideline, Pickford moves up, gets around one defender, she regroups and catches up, giving a little quick pass. Intercepted by the Colonials. They look to go the other way. A saucer pass into the middle of the field, intercepted and then taken right back by the Knights. That's Reese moving up, dangling around one defender, and Barrow picks it right up where she left off. Fans on the pass. She's going to take it a second pass up to O'Donnell on the near sideline. She cuts towards the center. Now passes to the slot. And Scanlon looks to take it away there for the Knights. It's going to go back to Pickford. Pickford sends it in. The shot is blocked, and North Penn will continue with possession.
Setting up a great attack here. And we'll see if they're able to capitalize.
So Pickford will continue possession for North Penn. Just about 28 minutes left in this first half. Pickford loses possession there to number 11, Borkowski. Now she looks to go the other way. Get a quick pass to number 20, that's Spera. Moving through the middle of the field. She now passes to the outside edge. And the Colonials, they slam on the brakes. Now send it towards the slot. Taken there by Borkowski. Tries a quick turnaround shot. And
Great defense.
North Penn holds up strong, and then the shot saved by Gardesi. But it looks like the Colonials are going to get a corner there.
So heavy attack coming on, but great defense. A lot of stick work held down in there towards the net and able to prevent that easy shot on Gardesi.
And now Spear passing it out for the corner. Quick shot, bounce shot, saved by Gardesi. She gets the rebound right back, take another shot, diving, saved by Gardesi. Here's a third attempt. Shot is blocked and taken away by the Knights. Two quick saves by Gardesi. And now another corner for the Colonials. It's going to be Sparrow once again passing it away for the Colonials. They're going to pass around the arc. Looks to move in. Quick shot saved by Gardesi. She gets her own rebound. Another shot blocked by Faye. And another corner for the Colonials.
Plymouth Whitemarsh able to pick up a couple rebounds there on both attacks. But Gardesi, great stops in net. Able to keep the Knights in this game.
Now Sparrow once again passing over to Dixon. Fans on the pass attempt and cleared out by Faye. And the Colonials will continue with possession. It's going to be number 3, Kolka passing it in for the Colonials to resume action. She sends it towards the slot. Kick save by Gardesi. And it's going to be Kelly there for the Knights. Passing up to Barrow.
Great backhand pass, and they're going to move upfield. Here come the Knights.
Barrow now entering midfield. Tries a lead pass to Reese. Reese can't catch up to it. And a fan pass attempt by the Colonials. Reese gets up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets around one defender, almost loses there. Just trying to stick with it. O'Donnell still has it, takes a shot, fans on the shot attempt, and cleared out by the Colonials. Now knocked out of bounds. North Penn's going to continue with possession. Great attempt by Morgan Reese to stick with the pass, and she gets it to O'Donnell.
Yes, it was. Able to work around defenders there and set up a opportunity here. Looks like Plymouth Whitemarsh will have the ball, however.
If we go back to that last play, O'Donnell had second and third opportunities, and now Barrow takes the shot attempt, pass attempt away for the Knights. And leave it over to Pickford along the far sideline. She has to catch up with it. Now Pickford moving up. And the Colonials take it away there. Sky pass there, knocked down by Pickford.
It will be North Penn now with the ball, keeping it upfield and in Plymouth Whitemarsh territory.
Looks like it's going to be Pickford along the far sideline for the Knights. 24-26 left in this first half as Pickford's pass is intercepted. Looks like North Penn's going to continue with possession. Scanlon passing over to Pickford. Pickford tries to send it into the slot. And taken away by the Colonials as it goes out of bounds. Plymouth Whitemarsh will continue with possession. And now North Penn taking over after it looked like it was number 6. Fiddler couldn't find possession. And it's Pickford now taking it over. Now turned right back to the Colonials. And they look to continue with possession.
Hard pass immediately knocked down by Barrow.
And Pickford now sending it up. Looks like that's Barrow getting through the defense. That was actually O'Donnell. And taken away by the Colonials along the far sideline. Their pass attempt gets around Kelly. Now gets around Fisher, and it's number 6, Fiddler, moving up the far sideline. North Penn has the numbers as they have more defenders back. Now tries to pass into the slot. And the Colonials turn it over to the Knights as they're stopped by Kelly and Fisher. Now Kelly clears it down.
Line drive pass sent right over the logo. But Plymouth Whitemarsh will take it right back and bring it into North Penn territory.
As Burkowski passing over to Reardon, and North Penn's now going to take over. So North Penn now takes over. Looks like it's Kelly with 22:55 left in this first half. Erica Kelly and the Knights look to start applying pressure on the Colonials as Colonials have 5 shots. Knights have yet to strike a shot on goal. As Pickford now loses it on the far sideline, but the Knights get it back after the whistle. Pickford now moving up the far sideline. And stopped at midfield. She's able to get it back. And it's passed up. It looks like that's Crawford moving up the far sideline with a burst of speed. North Penn has numbers if they can catch up. Crawford sends it into the slot and out of bounds. And the Colonials take over there.
seen a lot of great pressure moved up by individuals, both sides, and we'll look for see if they can find some teammates on the passing, especially for the Knights. As we know, Plymouth Whitemarsh, well ranked 5th in the conference. It's going to be a tough challenge.
Now after the pass is intercepted by the Knights, it's Daniels passing up to Reese along the near sideline. Reese receives the pass and tries to get around one defender, and Scanlon's right there to make up and regroup for the Knights. O'Donnell now passing up to Reese in the middle of the field. Reese and Kelly collide, and the Colonials take over there. She gets around Kelly, now moving upfield, and that's number 3, Coca, being stopped, having to turn back. And now Coca's tripped, and the Colonials will continue with possession. And Coca has sent it towards the side. Gardizzi comes out to make the kick save. Pass intended for Scanlon. And Scanlon's now going to take over for the Knights as she passes over to the far sideline. And they look to move up with it.
Let's continue upfield.
It's Crawford passing up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets around one
Midfield
defender. She's
2-on-1,
one-on-one with the goalie.
Shot on the goalie. Great save, but Knights able to keep pressure on.
And now North Penn's going to get a corner.
Great attack, forcing the corner. We'll see if the Knights are able to capitalize here and put the first score up on the points.
And it's going to be O'Donnell with the corner, passing it out. O'Donnell passing to Barrow. Barrow takes a shot. Shot is blocked by the Colonials. They look to go the other way. It's number 12, Reardon, passing up to midfield. Taken away there by Rachel Fisher for the Knights. And Fisher goes the other way. And Fisher's going to resume play for the Knights. She sends it in. Looks like that's Crawford. Crawford to pass over to Barrow. Barrow takes a shot.
Barrow shot just wide. Great pass though, however, Crawford to Barrow, finding her across field. And a great attempt. However, Plymouth Whitemarsh will now hold possession.
Now the Colonials start with possession. Her pass is deflected by Barrow. And now stolen by Reese for the Knights. And North Penn's going to continue with possession. It's Erica Kelly passing over to Michaela Barrow. Barrow tries to move towards the center of the field. Kicked by Barrow. And the Colonials will now take over with 19:15 left in the first half. Now the Colonials pass it. And stolen by the Knights. And taken right back by the Colonials. Now they'll continue with their possession. As their pass is intercepted by Reese. Reese is stood up by the Colonials. That was number 12, Reardon. And now Reese passing over to Barrow. Barrow getting around one defender. Pass is lifted up into the, and taken back down by the Knights. Now taken away by the Colonials, cleared to the offensive line, and now they look to move up. That's number 11, Borkowski. Getting around Daniels. Borkowski still has possession. Stood up by Kelly and the Knights. And now they look to go the other way. And Kelly pokes it free. They get it for the Knights. She passes up to Crawford. Crawford neck and neck race to the corner. And North Penn's going to continue with possession.
Great defense both ways. The fight along midfield. And the Knights will get back into Plymouth Whitemarsh territory.
And Crawford now has it in the corner. She looks to send it towards the slot, intercepted by the Colonials. She gets a second attempt and right back as the Colonials send it out of bounds. Now North Penn looking to continue with possession at Scanlon. She's going to send it back to Fisher. Fisher over to Kelly. She doesn't get the pass there and taken away by the Colonials. They look to go the other way. Her pass is intercepted by Reese. And now it's going to be Reardon trying to catch up with the pass there, but it goes out of bounds. And Megan Daniels for the Knights is going to resume action. Daniels passing over to Scanlon. Scanlon moving towards midfield, gets around one defender, fans on the pass attempt, and Crawford sends it over to Perry. And that one's going to go out of bounds. And the Colonials take over. And the Colonials pass goes right out of bounds. North Penn's going to take over there. Looks like it's Pickford along the far sideline. She sends it back to Faye. Faye over to Daniels. Quick tic-tac-toe pass over to Reese as Reese crosses midfield. Sends it up, intended for Barrow. Barrow deflects it, and it looks like it goes out of bounds. Colonials take over. Quick pass taken off the hand of Barrow. And now Colonials resume action. Colonials continue with possession. It's going to be number 12, Reardon.
Plymouth Whitemarsh now crossing midfield. Getting on their first attack upfield in a while, and a great pass started off for them.
And now North Penn's going to take over. And Kelly passing to Faye. Long stretch pass. Nobody's home there. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Colonials take over. Colonials resume action. A pass intercepted by the Knights. And they like to go upfield. It's Crawford. Tries to cut to the inside. Sends it to the slot. Nobody home as O'Donnell can't get there with a reaching grab. And the Colonials take over. It's number 12, Reardon, moving up. Tough defense by Bear. Her pass is intercepted by Reese. And Reese now looking to move towards the middle of the field. Taken away by the Colonials and Reardon once again. Quick pass up, intercepted by Daniels. Daniels sends it. Intended for number 11, Sikorsky. Now North Penn's going to take over possession once again as Crawford gets the pass upfield. Tries to cut towards the slot. She's going to slow things down there. Now pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell in the slot. And North Penn's going to get a corner.
Great attack there and great passing. Especially backhand passing by Crawford on the far side of the field. And Barrow will set up. Oh, look at the other Knights looking to try and put the first points up on the board.
Now O'Donnell passing to Barrow. Barrow takes a shot and immediately called dead as Colonials will take over. It's going to be Kolka passing it up. Deflected by O'Donnell, and it ends up getting into Burkowski's possession as she crosses midfield, defended by Daniels. Now she gets around Daniels and looks to move forward. Quick pass over to Dixon. Number 17, Dixon trying to cut towards the middle of the field, and a corner called. Correction, the Colonials will just continue with possession. And now they look to move up towards the slot. Poked free by Scanlon and the Knights. And Scanlon now moving upfield. Tries to pass to Crawford. Intercepted by the Colonials. And she sends a pass deep. And it's going to be Burkowski taking a shot on net. Stick save by Gardisi. And a rebound right there. Gardisi another save on net. A third chance. Quick shot out of bounds. Gardisi comes up huge with 2 stick saves for the Knights.
Great diving play there, and Anissa able to follow that up with a great pad save close in front on the rebound. And Plymouth Whitemarsh unable to find the net on 2 great attempts.
And now the Colonials will have a corner, and it's going to be number 20, Spear, passing it out. Dixon has it there. Takes a shot just wide, and North Penn will take over. And Kelly passing over to Sikorsky on the far sideline. Sikorsky passing up to Crawford. Crawford tries a pitch and catch to herself. She gets it. And then taken away by the Colonials. So with 12:30 left in this first half, the Colonials look to regroup and start their possession once again, but taken over by Fisher. Now over to Kelly. Kelly passing back to Faye. Faye passing over to Daniels. Daniels up to Kelly. Kelly's pass is intercepted, and Reese can't catch up to it, and now North Penn's gonna get it after the whistle. So Daniels,
Great pressure there applied.
now Daniels' pass is intercepted. Spear looks to go the other way for the Colonials, and now up to Burkowski. Burkowski working with Daniels. Daniels intercepts possession, and now she looks to go the other way. Quick pass up to looks like that was number 6 for the Knights. That was Stoller. And now the Knights clear out of bounds. Colonials will continue with possession. It's going to be Reardon continuing play for the Colonials. She sends a pass into the slot. And Colonials will continue with possession. Reardon sends it towards the slot. Nearly a tipping goal, but the ball goes wide and all the way out of bounds. North Penn's going to continue with possession. It's going to be Fisher passing over to Pickford. Pickford's pass is intercepted by the Colonials. They look to go the other way, stolen by the Knights, and it looks like that's Scanlon moving forward, trying to pass up to Crawford, taken away by the Colonials once again. And Pickford takes it right back for the Knights. Pickford continues possession for North Penn. As Pickford goes up, pass intended for, that was actually number 31, Lampatok.
And the fight for midfield control continues.
And now it's Fisher and Dixon. Dixon comes out as she prevails with possession. Dixon moving forward. And now a corner for the Colonials.
Great attack there by Dixon, able to keep up the pressure for Plymouth Whitemarsh. And they will look to capitalize here with another corner attempt.
So Spear passing it out to Dixon. Pass over, takes a shot. Gardizzi comes out of the net to save it. And she swats it away. North Penn now takes possession. Another save for Gardizzi. That's her 9th save of the contest. She's really kept North Penn in this game so far. As Plymouth Whitemarsh has had all the pressure so far. As Kelly's pass is intercepted and then taken away. And the Colonials move back the other way. Taken back by the Knights at Scanlon. Moving forward to Lampatok. Julian Lampatok cutting across field, now sends a pass up to O'Donnell, taken away by the Colonials, but O'Donnell fighting for possession, and North Penn will continue with possession. Looks like it's Pickford. Challenged immediately. North Penn's going to continue with possession. As Pickford still has it. And now a corner for the Knights.
Just reaching the 9-minute mark here in the first half. The Knights now back in Plymouth Whitemarsh territory. We'll see what they can do here as they set up for the corner.
And it's going to be O'Donnell passing it out for the Knights. O'Donnell's pass to Pickford. Quick shot on net. Kick saved by the goalie, Halton. And a rebound attempt cleared by the Colonials. She fans on the clear attempt, though. And O'Donnell takes over. Quick shot. And she
great
scores.
redirection goal. And the Knights on the board at 8:35 here in the first half. The Knights finding the net on a great redirection shot.
O'Donnell strikes early for the Knights as they get out to a 1-0 lead against the Colonials. Now Dixon passing it back, stolen by the Knights. Looks like that's Scanlon. And Scanlon now moving forward. Pass intended for Barrow. And just goes out of bounds. Colonials will continue, will start with possession. Quick pass intercepted by Barrow. Barrow now cutting across field, and Dixon takes it away there. Poke checked free by Faye. Correction, Reese, and now Reese will continue for the Knights. Passing up to Scanlon. Scanlon loses it there to the Colonials, and Barrow takes it back. O'Donnell now has it. O'Donnell cutting towards the slot, tries the pass attempt, and she fans, and it goes out of bounds. Colonials take over. Pass to midfield to number 5, Missiner. Nearly taken away by Fisher, but Varela catches up to that pass. And North Penn now takes over. Varela moving upfield, passing up. It's taken away by the Colonials. And Varela takes it right back, right about midfield. She gets around one defender, continues with possession, quick pass up. Looks like that's Lampatok. And Lampatok passing towards the side to O'Donnell. O'Donnell reflects it.
Keeps
And
it
quick
in
pass
bounds.
to Barrow. And it just rolls free, and Reese now gets to it. Taken away by the Colonials, and they'll continue with possession after the whistle. Looks like that's number 29. And her pass goes out of bounds. North Penn will take over possession. It's going to be number 8, Megan Daniels, to pass it in for the Knights. And Daniels pass to Barrow, and North Penn will continue with possession. Reese, pass to Scanlon, back to Daniels. Daniels is going to send it back to Fisher. Fisher sends it up, intended for Varela, but the Colonials end up with it. Quick pass back to Missiner. Missiner coming forward, tries a saucer pass across field, taken away by Daniels, but then retaken back by Burkowski.
Plymouth Whitemarsh setting up an attack now. Up in Knights territory, sent into center. Backhand attempt, knocked down by defense. And the Knights holding on as Dixon fighting from the ground takes a shot. But Anissa makes a save, and the Knights are able to send it out of play. Great defense there for the Knights.
And now the Colonials will resume action. Cut towards the middle of the field, taken away by Scanlon. She looks to move up. Taken right back by the Colonials, but after the whistle, North Penn will continue with possession. And it's going to be Scanlon leaving it off for Fisher. Fisher sending up, knocked down by Dixon. She looks to go the other way. Heavy pressure applied by the Knights. It's going to be Fisher and Varela applying the pressure, and North Penn's going to continue with, Colonials will continue with possession as they send it towards the middle of the field. Colonials continue with possession. Quick pass over to number 29, DiGiacona, taken away by the Knights. And that's number 6, Stoller, moving the other way for North Penn. And the Colonials take it right back with a quick interception by the Colonials. And they now look to move forward. Quick slot pass to the slot. Knocked down by Daniels. Turnaround shot. Quick save by Gardesi. The rebound attempt to Dixon. Dixon passing over to number 12. That's Reardon. She sends it towards the slot. Nearly goes in, but Gardesi comes out with the save. 2 more saves for Anissa Gardesi. 12 saves in the contest so far.
A shot by Reardon, a fan on the defensive play there by the Knights, but Anissa able to be aware and able to knock that out of play as it got close to the net.
And Spear now passing over to Reardon. She sends it towards the slot. Knocked down by Faye and cleared by Kelly, and Barrow ends up with it. Barrow now passing up a lead pass to Crawford. Crawford catches up to it. And she has Stoller sprinting towards the net. Crawford moves towards the slot, poke check free, and the Colonials look to go the other way. Stretch pass intended for number 12, Reardon. Reardon challenged by Barrow. Pass attempt is deflected out of bounds off of Barrow, and Colonials will continue with possession.
Seen a lot of great defense, especially defense pressure early on by both sides.
And now Reardon skies a pass up to number 20, Spira. But Faye comes down with it for the Knights. Pass over to Pickford along the near sideline. Pickford gets around one defender, poke check free by Reardon, and Pickford catches back up to it over to Varela. Varela passing up. And North Penn can't continue with possession there as a whistle blow. Changes possession to the Colonials. And they'll now send it deep. Blocked by Crawford, now taken away by Pickford. She passes up to Barrow. Barrow sends a lead pass to Crawford, taken away by number 4, Trung. And now trying to move, pass up and intercepted by Barrow. Barrow moving in the near side. Sends a slot towards the middle. Sends a pass towards the slot. And it rolls free and out of bounds.
Great interception there and spin move by Barrow. Finding some open space, and with the center pass unable to find the target. Plymouth Whitemarsh will now resume possession and look to send it upfield, and as they do, to midfield.
Now the Colonials, Missner, number 5, continues with possession. And after the whistle, they'll continue play. Quick pass intended for Dixon, and North Bend's going to take over possession there. Fahey passing over to Varela. Varela up. Pass is intercepted, and they look to go the other way. Pickford picks off the pass by Spira, and Scanlon regroups for the Knights. Scanlon up to Barrow. Barrow sends it to Crawford. Crawford moving forward. Triple teamed, and they take it away. The Colonials do, of course, and move to midfield, where they look to regroup and go the other way. It's number 5, Missner, taken away by Scanlon. Scanlon moving forward. Fans on the pass attempt, taken right back by the Colonials. Missner passing over to Dixon. Dixon gets around one defender. She looks to move forward with a burst of speed. Slams on the brakes and now sends it towards the slot. Cleared out by Daniels.
Another high saucer pass. Dixon wasn't quite ready for it.
And now a corner for the Colonials. And Spiro once again will be passing it out for the Colonials. Quick pass to Dixon. Fails to retrieve it. Fans on the shot attempt. And taken away by the Knights. She gets it on to the slot. Quick shot, snipes the top left corner. Let's see who that was. That looks like that was number 5 with the shot attempt. And that was Kaylee Nissimer.
And which was 25 seconds left during the first half. Plymouth Whitemarsh able to strike a point on the board, and it's now 1-1 here as the first half winds down.
There's actually number 11, Burkowski, getting the first goal for the Colonials. And North Penn will now resume action in the middle of the field. It's Scanlon now passing up. Looks like that's Stoller. Stoller getting around one defender. And she'll continue with possession. Scanlon now has it for the Knights. North Penn will continue with possession. They have 7 seconds to work with. Scanlon has to regroup quick. And it's going to be Varela. She has 2 seconds to get the shot off over to Scanlon. Scanlon sends it towards the slot, and time expires. So at the end of the first half, North Penn and Colonials tied at 1.
Great action there, and as we assume from both teams, great defense and goaltending from both sides by Catherine Houghton of Plymouth Whitemarsh and Anissa Gardizzi for the Knights.
And so we expected a good game between Knights and Colonials. That's exactly what we have here at the turf field. So we'll send it to a quick break. Burkowski and O'Donnell striking the board for both teams. We'll throw it to a quick break, tied at 1. We'll see you shortly for some second half action. Hello and welcome back into the North Penn High School turf field for second half action between North Penn Knights and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. Both teams tied up at 1 after a very solid first half. We'll throw to a quick replay of the scores, only 2 so far. And first we had a goal by Bree O'Donnell as she took the shot and just caught the far end of the net. And that was at 8:35 left in the first half.
And for Plymouth Whitemarsh, their goal to tie it up with 25 seconds left in the first half. Borowski, number 11, able to find a backhand top shelf goal just over Anissa. And now, as we get set for second half action, Plymouth Whitemarsh will start it off with possession.
And turned over there by McGrath, and North Penn takes over. It's going to be Pickford for the Knights. And Plymouth Whitemarsh really applied the pressure in that first half as Pickford resumes action for North Penn. Plymouth Whitemarsh had 12 shots on net. Anissa Gardizzi had 11 saves. And North Penn, as they just turned it over to the Colonials at midfield, North Penn had 5 shots. The goalie, Hutton, had 4 saves. Now North Penn takes it back. It's Scanlon moving upfield for the Knights. Pass up to Verla, and now it's O'Donnell. O'Donnell and Crawford. And then O'Donnell loses it. She now trying to catch back up with it. And she's going to get possession there once again for the Knights. O'Donnell passing deep, intended for Crawford. Crawford's one-on-one with the goalie. Slams on the brakes. And now Colonials will resume action in this second half.
Great hustle there by number 3, Kolka, able to get some pressure there on the Knights on their attack. And we'll set up possession now for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
And PW will continue with possession. It's Reardon for the Colonials. Skies a pass up. And North Penn will now take over. It's going to be Daniels passing it up. Crawford takes the pass there for the Knights. Her pass is intercepted by the Colonials. Right back to Crawford. Over to O'Donnell. Taken away by the Colonials. And right there, once again, the Knights take it right back. And Pickford has it for North Penn. And now a corner for the Knights. It's going to be O'Donnell passing it out for North Penn. O'Donnell passing to Barrow. Barrow takes the shot, deflected by the Colonials, taken back by Reese. Now she turns it over to the Colonials. They look to go the other way. It's McGrath moving upfield, and they'll continue with possession.
Another great demonstration of defensive pressure, both sides showing there by now the Colonials, as they now will resume possession, moving it up to midfield. North Penn now fighting back.
And that's number 20, Spear, resuming action for the Colonials. Spear still has it, takes a shot, takes a pass upfield. Daniels takes over for the Knights, up to Scanlon. Scanlon over to Crawford. Correction, Pickford. Pickford can't catch up to it in time, and it rolls out of bounds. Colonials will take over there with 26:48 left on the clock, still tied up at 1. And it's going to be McGrath resuming action. Pass immediately knocked down by Crawford. Now leading a pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell tries to get through Koka. And she'll resume play between the legs of Koka up to Crawford. Stood up there by the Colonials. And O'Donnell can't stop him there as they look to move forward out of bounds. And North Penn will now take over possession. Rachel Fisher for the Knights. Now we have a timeout on the field.
Looks like a stick may have hit number 6, Fiddler of Plymouth Whitemarsh. Which looks okay and will stay in the game as we resume possession.
Now Fisher passing all the way back to Faye. 26:10 left on the clock in this game as Faye passing over to Daniels. Daniels' pass is deflected by Dixon, and the Colonials take over there as they float around midfield. It's going to be Spear moving up. Gets around 2 defenders. Spear now holding off, working to the outside. Sends a pass up to Burkowski. Takes a shot, saved by Gardezi. The rebound there, just wide as number 6 Fiddler took the shot. Looks like it might have been deflected by the Knights, and it went wide.
Great backhanded shot there by Plymouth Whitemarsh. But Anissa Gardezi once again, great save. Even with a ton of bodies in front, he's able to find the save and prevent the rebound from going in.
And now a shot, backhanded attempt by Dixon, stopped by, looks like that's Fisher. Dixon with another shot attempt, blocked once again by Fisher, and Pickford now clears it out, but it doesn't matter because North Penn gets possession after the whistle, and it looks like Fisher's going to continue play for the Knights. Fisher over to Pickford. Her pass goes out of bounds off the Colonials. They'll resume action. Fisher once again for the Knights. Fisher's pass intercepted by the Colonials. That was number 23, McGrath. And they'll continue with possession. It's Spira getting around Pickford. Spira still has it out of bounds. North Penn takes over. Pickford has it for the Knights. Pickford up to Crawford. Crawford back to Pickford. And now the Colonials will continue with possession. It's number 23, McGrath. Passing up, intended for Dixon. Taken away by Pickford, and McGrath has it once again. Nearly goes out of bounds, stops right before the boundary. And she now turns back. Quick pass over to Spear. Taken away, it looks like that was O'Donnell. Her pass intended for Barrow. And Barrow now has it. It's a 4-on-1. Barrow, the lone soul for the Knights, now getting help. And Barrow, great job of continued possession for the Knights as she waited for her teammates to come upfield. And now North Penn will continue with possession. Pickford, Rachel Fisher for the Knights. Fisher passing down low, intended for Crawford. And some miscommunication for the Knights, and Colonials will retake possession. Now Coca pass up, deflected, and cleared by McGrath. Taken away by Fisher, and the Knights look to go the other way. Fisher out of bounds off of Plymouth Whitemarsh. And now it looks like North Penn's going to be a man up. As number 23, McGrath, exits the field on the penalty.
And number 27, Fisher, will resume play here. Dixon in front.
And Fisher's going to pass it back to Faye. Quick pass over to Daniels. Daniels' pass is intercepted. And the Colonials move the other way. Looks like that's number 11, Burkowski, with a burst of speed. Cut off by Kelly, and the Knights look to go the other way. Quick give and go, and Faye can't catch up to it there. There's actually Reese, and it goes out of bounds. Colonials take over. Number 12, Reardon, will resume play for the Colonials. And Reardon passing downfield. North Penn will now take over. 22-22 left. 1-1 still the score. As Daniels passing up, intercepted by the Colonials. And they now move up the far sideline. Try to cut towards the center of the field into the slot. Quick tip in goal for the Colonials. As Gardezi tried to make the sprawling save and an easy tip in goal for the Colonials.
Yeah, great attempt by Anissa as the Colonials pushed up hard towards the edge, right side of the net on the far end of the field. However, Anissa unable to knock it down, the pass getting far out enough, and the Colonials able to find the easy put in on the open net to put them up 2-1 with 22 minutes left here in the second half.
That was Fiddler with the goal for the Colonials. And now O'Donnell has it for the North Penn. She now sends it towards the slot. And it goes out of bounds.
Now the great defensive pressure by Kolka, forcing that pass out of play.
And
The
North
Knights
Penn
will resume possession here.
and the Colonials take over. Spirit for the Colonials has it. Double teamed immediately, taken away by Crawford. And North Penn will now continue with possession. And Pickford has it for North Penn, passing over to Crawford. Crawford, quick give and go to O'Donnell. O'Donnell has it. Her pass is deflected off of, looks like that was number 4, Trung. And North Penn will continue with possession. And Erica Kelly for North Penn will continue to play. Passing over to Crawford. Quick pass towards the slot. Intercepted by Reardon. And sent the other way for the Colonials. Taken away by Pickford. And North Penn will now continue with possession. It's going to be Pickford resuming play for the Knights. 20-30 left in this game. Her pass intended for O'Donnell. And now a corner for North Penn.
Great pressure both ways. And North Penn able to continue to fight the ball through up. And now going to get their corner attempt. As number 5, O'Donnell, will set up to send it in play for the Knights.
And O'Donnell passing to Barrow. Barrow shot is blocked. Another second attempt. And just poke checked wide by the Colonials. North Penn will continue with possession. Looks like it was deflected as it went deep into the zone and out of bounds. Now Kelly passing over to Crawford on the near sideline. Crawford now tries to send it into the slot, deflected, and O'Donnell tries to send it on net, taken away by the Colonials. They look to go the other way, and Pickford stands up the defender there, and now Trung has it. And the Colonials able to continue with possession. It's now number 5, Missingner. And Colonials will continue with possession. That was actually number 6, Fiddler, and now Spira. Spira will continue play for Colonials. 2-1 the score. Colonials in the lead. 19 minutes and 3 seconds left in this game. Now Fisher to resume play for North Penn. Pass up to O'Donnell. And the Colonials now take over possession. Kolka passing all the way downfield, tries to stretch pass, and Daniels ends up with it. Daniels pass intercepted by the Colonials at midfield. And North Penn will continue with possession. It's Scanlon passing over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell has to slow down and catch up with it. Now gets around one defender and loses it there to Kolka. She fans on the shot pass attempt. And the Knights end up with it. It's Scanlon. Scanlon up to Barrow. Barrow turns around. Takes the shot attempt just wide and out of bounds.
Great fight there by Barrow. Outmanned, but however able to fight and get his shot off. However, just wide of the goalie Houghton and Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Barrow tried to connect with the far side of the net. If she tried the near side, she could have had a better opportunity, as the goalie Houghton was favoring that left side of the net. But nonetheless, it goes out of bounds. The score remains 2-1. Plymouth Whitemarsh in the lead as the Knights continue with possession. It's Fahey over to Fisher. Fisher to Pickford. Pickford moves up. Pass deflected and out of bounds now, out off of North Penn. And McGrath for the Colonials will continue play. McGrath, there it goes out of bounds. And now Kelly takes it away and sends it all the way downfield. And Colonials send it back downfield. And Kelly takes away for the Knights. Fans on the pass attempt. Dixon ends up with it for the Colonials. Tries to go to the middle of the field. And the Colonials will continue with possession. It's now Reardon moving upfield. Tries to work the outside edge. Puts over to Spira. Spira now going to the far side of the field. Sends a pass into the slot. And they can't connect on the pass. And that was number 5, Missingner. And North Penn will now take over possession. And a timeout called by the Knights.
And Plymouth Whitemarsh fans definitely saw an opportunity there, all standing up on that center pass, however, unable to capitalize and put them up by 2. The score remains 2-1. Plymouth Whitemarsh up with 16:45 left here in the second half.
And that would have been an easy tipping goal for the Colonials. Has a great center pass. And Gardesi was favoring the left side of the net. Could have been an easy tipping goal, but nonetheless we remained at a score of 2-1 with 16:45 left in this game.
A lot of great action, and as we mentioned earlier, Plymouth Whitemarsh's record of 15-1 and ranked 5th in conference definitely poses a challenge for North Penn Knights. However, they are having a fantastic game so far and looking to try and tie it up, as they are 8-2-1 with a ranked in the conference of 11th.
And so goals so far in this game, O'Donnell, the lone goal scorer for the Knights. That was scored with 8:35 left in the first half. Burkowski for the Colonials scored with 25 seconds left in the first half. And then Fiddler scored with 22 minutes left in the second half. And that's how we got to 2-1 on the board.
Still plenty of time for the Knights to set up plenty of attacks, but both teams heavily great performances on defense. A lot of midfield action, one-on-one stick fights, and we will continue the action here shortly.
Come on, girls! Hustle!
And now North Penn continuing action and pass the flex off of Fisher stick and out of bounds. Colonials take over. Pass knocked down by Kelly, taken back by the Colonials. And it's Spear, pass stolen by the Knights and Scanlon. North Penn will now continue with possession. It's Scanlon for the Knights. Up to Stoller, but deflects off of her and out of bounds. And now Kolka will resume play for the Colonials. Kolka's pass intended for Missinger, but too far and out of bounds. Knights will continue play. Rachel Fisher will do the honors with just under 16 minutes left. Fisher passing up. And Stoller can't come down with it. Colonials now take over. And it's going to be Kolka once again for the Colonials. Pass is deflected off of O'Donnell and then hits number 23 McGrath and goes out of bounds. And so now Fisher up to Kelly. And Kelly loses it to Kolka. And then taken away by Scanlon now to O'Donnell. O'Donnell moving forward. Quick pass up. Intended for Stoller. Stoller will continue play for the Knights. She sends a pass over to Scanlon. Quick pass up towards the slot. Taken away by Reardon and the Colonials. And now her pass intercepted by Kelly. Kelly takes the shot. And deflected off of Reardon to Dixon. And now over to Burkowski. Taken back there by Reese. And Reese will continue play for the Knights. Over to Scanlon. Scanlon up to Barrow. Barrow moving up the far sideline. And North Penn will continue with possession. Barrow has it. Moving towards the slot. She still has it over to O'Donnell. Kick save by Houghton. The second attempt by O'Donnell. And now a corner for the Knights.
Great attack there from Barrow to O'Donnell, fighting off a lot of defenders and getting a shot there on Houghton in net. And they will set up for a corner. Knights attempt here. First attempt of the half. Tied up.
And O'Donnell for the Knights, passing over to Barrow. Barrow back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell takes a side shot, hits the side of the net, and the Colonials will take over.
Colco will resume play for Plymouth Whitemarsh. And will wind up and send a chopper pass upfield, knocked down by Barrow. And here come the Knights.
And Barrow cuts towards the middle of the field, over to Varela. Varela has to catch up with as a lead pass, just too far. Gets it just at the line. And Varela with nifty stick work gets around the one defender and now turns it over to the Colonials. And the Colonials will continue with possession. It's number 23, McGrath.
And with time and the clock resuming down, just reaching 13 minutes left here in the second half, Plymouth Whitemarsh will push upfield and will send it up, but the Knights will find it in their territory and move to midfield.
And now Fisher has it for North Penn. Gets around one defender. Great stick work and a great play by Fisher as she sneaks through the legs of Dixon. And then North Penn turns over. Scanlon now takes it back for the Knights. Scanlon now moving upfield. Has a slam on the brakes to re-control possession and taken back by the Colonials after the whistle. She'll send it up to midfield. Taken back by Kelly. Kelly has it for the Knights. Over to Stoller. Taken back by the Colonials. Back and forth action here at the turf field. And now it looks like number 5 for the Colonials. Settle things down. Pass up to Spira. It's a 3-on-1 for the Colonials as Spira has it. Poked free by Faye. And North Penn's going to take over possession.
Great defense on a hard attack from Plymouth Whitemarsh all the way up in their territory. And we will see a collision. But play will resume.
And Reardon now sends it back downfield. And now North Penn now takes back possession. And it's going to be Kelly passing over to Fisher. Fisher up to Varela, pass deflected, and Dixon ends up with it. Dixon sends it towards the slot, deflected, and Daniels tries to catch up with it over to Reardon. Reardon a backhanded shot, stick save by Gardisi, and
Great save.
And out of bounds, great save by Anissa Gardisi.
Hard backhand shot, as we've seen another shot looking top shelf. Plymouth Whitemarsh, but Anissa lays out, able to get glove on it and send it out of play. And the Knights will keep the score at 2-1.
And now O'Donnell moving upfield for the Knights. North Penn will continue with possession after the whistle. O'Donnell finds Stoller. Stoller takes the shot. Blocked by the Colonials. And North Penn will continue with possession with a corner.
Anissa on one end with a great save and a great stop by defender number 13, Byrne, knocking down a shot. And now the Knights will set up another corner attempt with 10 minutes and 45 seconds here left in the second half.
And O'Donnell passing over to Barrow. Barrow to, looks like that was Kelly. Kelly over to Pickford, taken away by the Colonials. They look to go the other way. It's McGrath. McGrath moving forward, gets a pass deflected by Faye, and the Colonials will continue play. McGrath waiting for defenders to catch up. Over to Reardon. Her pass is deflected, and Faye ends up with it. And she'll clear it out of bounds. And the Colonials will continue play. The Colonials still have it. Heavy pressure by the Knights. Now the Knights take over. Looks like that's Scanlon moving forward. Taking them right back by McGrath and the Colonials, and then Pickford picks it right back up for the Knights. Pickford has it, crossing midfield. And her pass just goes out of bounds. Colonials take over. And the Colonials have it right about midfield. Pass over to Missinger. Her pass right back to Spira. And now it's number 11, Burkowski, who ends up with it. Burkowski winds up, takes a shot, kick saved by Gardezi. She comes out of her net and cleared by Kelly. And North Penn will continue action as Kelly passes up to Scanlon. Scanlon over to the far sideline. She finds Barrow. Barrow cuts to the inside. She now moves forward over to O'Donnell. A lead pass just too far and out of bounds. And the Colonials take over.
A little too much on it there. And the Colonials now take over here with 9 minutes on the clock, up by 1. He'll push it upfield.
And now North Penn takes over. It's Daniels who will resume action for the Knights. 8:50 left in this game, 2-1. Colonials still lead as Daniels passing up to Pickford. And now up to Barrow. Barrow loses it there, and the Colonials clear it back down, but Kelly's right there for the Knights. She'll pass it over to Pickford. And Pickford will resume action for the Knights, up to Barrow. Barrow over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, as she nears the boundary, loses it to the Colonials. And now the Colonials will take over and resume play.
Great defense there by Kolka on O'Donnell, preventing the shot, and Kolka will now resume play for the Colonials in their own end.
And now Reardon passing up to her winger, going upfield. And Daniels now getting possession for the Knights, passing over to Varilla. Varilla has open field in front of her. Fans on the pass attempt, and McGrath takes over for the Colonials. Double team there. McGrath backhanded pass goes out of bounds, and Fisher will take over for the Knights. 7:40 left in this game, 2-1. And Plymouth Whitemarsh still in the lead as Fisher passes up to Varilla. And McGrath backhanded pass intercepted by Fisher. And Missinger takes it over for the Colonials. Missinger backhanded pass intercepted by Kelly. Kelly now springs a pass up to Crawford. Crawford now finds the open field. She sends it up to O'Donnell.
2-on-3 attack here for the Knights.
O'Donnell and the Knights will continue play. It's going to actually be Crawford. Crawford over to Pickford. Pickford down low, intended for Barrow, and now a corner for the Knights.
And with the clock continuing to move, it's at 6:50 left here in the second half. 2-1, the Plymouth Whitemarsh up, and the Knights looking to put some more pressure here on the Colonials.
And now O'Donnell's pass to Pickford. Pickford over to Barrow. Barrow takes the shot. Blocked by the defender, and another corner called for the Knights.
Kolka having a great game on defense tonight for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Barrow with a great shot, but the rebound sent out. Kolka right there to able to send it out of play. But the Knights will resume possession with a corner attempt here.
And O'Donnell passing to Barrow, back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's pass attempt is blocked, and another corner for the Knights.
Come on, White, get a shot here.
O'Donnell for North Penn, passing to Barrow once again. Barrow, quick pass to Varilla. She fans on the shot attempt. Pickford's there for North Penn. Quick side attempt, score for North Penn. It looks like that was Julia Scanlon with a side shot, and North Penn ties this game up at 2 with 5:44 left in this game.
Looked like a trip up in the middle of play on Byrne, who fell to the ground. Might have caused a little confusion there for the Colonials, but North Penn Knights able to capitalize, keep the play alive, and tied the game up 2-2 here in the second half with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left of the game.
And now Dixon passing over for the Colonials. It's back to McGrath. McGrath loses it to Varilla, but the Colonials will resume with possession. And now North Penn takes over. Appear to have some momentum on their side. Crowd is cheering behind them as Fisher looks to resume play for North Penn. And Fisher to resume action for North Penn. She's going to pass it up to Crawford. Crawford takes it away from McGrath and poke checked free, and Bree O'Donnell's right there for North Penn. O'Donnell looking to move forward, slams on the brakes, now sends it into the slot. And the Colonials will take over possession. It's Amik Kolka for the Colonials. Kolka's shot, pass attempt rather, to Fiddler. Taken away by Barrow. And Barrow looking to move forward into the slot for O'Donnell. Kick saved by Holton to kick it free and out of the crease, and Crawford ends up with it there for North Penn. Crawford then tripped, but they're going to say Colonials take possession. And Crawford now takes it right back, and Colonials will take it right back off the whistle. Good steal by Crawford, but after the whistle, Colonials regain possession. Kolka passing over to McGrath. Deflects off of her and out of bounds. And Fisher will now resume action for the Knights. Fisher's pass is deflected up into the air, into the slot for Barrow. Barrow has it, poke checked free, and a corner for the Knights.
And with a lot of contact going on in the middle of the play, Kolka able to come out with the ball as Barrow made an attempt for the goal, and as time continues to wind down, 3 minutes and reaching 20 seconds here left in the game, 2-2. And the Knights looking to try and get it one up here with a corner attempt.
And O'Donnell for the Knights, passing over to Barrow. Barrow takes a shot, blocked by Kolka and cleared out of bounds. And now it's going to be Scanlon resuming action for the Knights, sends it into the slot. It's going to go all the way out of bounds. The Colonials take over. Correction, the Knights will continue with possession. It's going to be Kelly. Kelly passing downfield, taken away by the Colonials. And Daniels now takes it for the Knights. She'll send it back to Faye. Faye bobbles it, she'll send it over to Fisher. Heavy pressure by the Colonials, and Fiddler. Fiddler nearly takes it away, but Fisher, the veteran, takes it right back. And now number 20, Spera, takes it for the Colonials. And North Penn now takes over. And it's going to be Daniels nearing the 2-minute point in this game. Daniels for the Knights. And her pass goes out of bounds. Colonials take over.
Right around midfield here, the Colonials going to attempt moving in North Penn territory, and they will now with 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock. And a 2-2 game.
And a good defensive play by Daniels, and North Penn will take over possession as Reese passing up. Looks like that's O'Donnell. And double team there. Colonials now take over possession. And it's going to be Kolka for the Colonials. Kolka's pass intercepted by O'Donnell. O'Donnell looks to spring Barrow the other way. She finds Crawford instead. Crawford is a 4-on-1. Crawford, the lone North Penn soul. She gets around the defense. Crawford 1-on-1, the goaltender takes the shot, and she nails it. Emily Crawford with the breakaway goal for the Knights, puts them up 3-2.
Fantastic goal as she rushed right up from midfield, passing by 4 Colonial defenders, a burst of speed, and they just weren't able to stop her as it went on with defense right on her side. Pokes one right through the right side of the goalie.
And let's take a look at this replay as Crawford, as Eric was just mentioning, Crawford cutting through the defense of PW, getting through 4 PW defenders, and then just slips it through Hutton, and it sneaks into the left side of the goal, and she buries it to give North Penn a 3-2 lead. Now we have a timeout called by the Colonials, and they have 1 minute and 3 seconds to work with before time expires on them. And if we can ask one of our camera operators to get a shot of the student section. They're doing the roller coaster as they're all enthused here at the turf field. There you see the roller coaster ride during this timeout break. And North Penn now retaking the field. And as will PW. North Penn looking to continue with and put up a lot of heavy pressure for 1 minute and 3 seconds and hopefully take down Plymouth Whitemarsh as they now lead 3-2.
Get long, White. Come on.
Dixon will begin possession for Plymouth Whitemarsh at midfield
Tee it up. Tee it up.
as the clock now reaches 1 minute.
And the pass is immediately taken away by Scanlon, and Scanlon's going to clear it out of bounds. And PW now under a minute. We're looking at 50 seconds to work with McGrath passing up to number 6 Fiddler, taken away by Varilla, and Varilla's fans on the pass attempt. And now North Penn's going to get possession. It's going to be O'Donnell for the Knights, continuing possession. She's actually going to hand it off to Fisher. 35 seconds to work with, 3-2. North Penn still in the lead. Fisher not in any particular kind of rush. Now passing up, intercepted by McGrath, and O'Donnell's going to hit it out of bounds. We have now under 30 seconds to work with, and it's going to be number 20, Spera. Her pass is intercepted by Faye, cleared back down to midfield to Scanlon. Scanlon crossing midfield, 15 seconds to work with. And the Colonials will continue with possession. They pass up the near far sideline. Quick shot by number 12. Gardisi comes out of her net to make the save. 5 seconds to work with. And North Penn has possession. They're going to clear it. And North Penn, as time expires, comes away with a late victory with a goal by Emily Crawford as North Penn takes down number 5 ranked Plymouth Whitemarsh.
A fantastic game. Great defense, great attack. Student section on their feet, fans on the feet. Great night for field hockey and a fantastic game on senior night here at North Penn. As the Knights on the turf take the win 3-2. At the end there, fantastic plays by Nisa, able to clear the ball out.
So let's take a look at all the goals for the Knights and PW. O'Donnell started the scoring off as she scored with 8:35 left in this first half. And then goal number 2 was Burkowski for Plymouth Whitemarsh, number 11. She scored with 25 seconds left in the first half, and that wrapped up to the goal number 3, Scanlon, with 5:44 left. Correction, that was actually Fiddler for Plymouth Whitemarsh with 22 minutes left in the second half. And then it was Scanlon with 5:44 left.
And Crawford with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to put the Knights up and give them the win, 3-2.
And it was senior night here. Knights really led by the seniors. Anissa Gardisi in net with over 15 saves. O'Donnell and Scanlon both scoring for the Knights, and Crawford finishing off the Colonials. So North Penn improves to 10-5-1 on the season. Colonials fall to 15-2. That's going to wrap up our coverage here at the turf field. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast for North Penn Television. I'm Jake Lobrak, alongside me, Eric Jessberger, saying so long, and we hope to see you next time here on North Penn Television.